away we go. Now, smokers, I always talk about my bucket list, right? And I use my bucket list, sometimes as a measuring stick of how far I've gotten in the business. And today, I'm over the moon right now. Because I've been chasing this lady for a minute, been watching her for a minute. And first off, I love the work. I love you and LaBella Diabla X together.
Yeah.
That game. Okay, first of all, the gangbang, man. Tell me about that gangbang that y'all did. I guess we should call it gangbang. We should call it an orgy. I guess you can call it gangbang. Goes on with y'all
Bang.
too. So
Yeah, we've done two of them so far. Both been really good. We're gonna keep doing it and growing it. But yeah, I love LaBella. We get together and she has such great energy and we just like kind of play off each other. So we have a great time together for sure.
yes, because see, you enjoy what you do. Because
Yeah.
I really, first of all, being on your page, damn, I was just so like turned on doing my research. And
Yeah.
it's like you like to be roughed up.
I do, yeah.
And I see it really turns you on. What is it about the rough sex that really gets that gets the motor running?
I don't know. Like I always tell people, like I have my husband to make love to, and if you're gonna fuck me, I want you to fuck me. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just I just love it.
Yeah, because like one of my favorite ones, the dude had your hands behind your head like this. He was just face fucking. I was like, God, I wish I when I was active. So for you is so you are a swinger, am I correct?
Correct. Yes.
It's- So and once again, swinging is the gateway drug to porn, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
how long you been a swinger?
So we've been swinging for just over 10 years.
Mm,
Yeah, we started
mm.
the year before we got married. So yeah.
Oh my God. That is beautiful shit. They're like before they even got they said I do, they were doing.
Yeah.
So now there was a post that you had and you were talking about something that you learned about the industry, especially being a little bit more responsible and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that I love talking about with my podcast is that people don't realize when you do this industry and you start to take it seriously and chase it,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to change your thought process about things and stuff. So can you speak to that?
Yeah, so like from where I started to where I am now, like people just don't understand so like as you said, like I started off swinging, right? So
Mm-hmm.
how I got into all this was like I was basically making my own videos for my husband, but not until like we really started getting into content and doing stuff with content creators, we learned, oh, there's
Mm-hmm.
like certain standard testing procedures that you have to follow. Because I used to do a lot of things with just condoms, and
Mm-hmm.
so now as I've gotten into the industry and like things have progressed, like
Mm-hmm.
obviously I had to take testing way more serious, like you know um like that's a number one for everyone's safety. But there's just like things along the way that we have learned and we've grown over the
Mm-hmm.
4.5 years that I've been doing content.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, smokers, y'all see this is going to be a good one. So it's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I am Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, the host of this wonderful podcast. Yeah, Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what to do. You can find all my links with one link allmylink.com/porn-rap-star. Four sponsors tell you about the first one being the wonderful eroticismmagazine.com. Next up, award-winning, award-nominated, I'm talking about blusherotica.com. And if you're looking for candles, I got you there, the Kinky Candle Company. And for your legal need, I got the Queen of Law, Mitchell Ferrari. Links in the description of this podcast. And you can find me 5 days out the week in the mornings at fullswatradio.com. Also, you can catch me on sgpradio.com as well as skyhawkafterdarktv.com. Now, I'm going to sit back and let this gorgeous, sexy, submissive, nasty, dirty, slutty, freaky, hot wife, MILF, submissive female that loves dick, pussy, everything else up under the sun. And trust me, she will. And by the way, if you actually look at her page, she's in shape, so she can go all night long. So I'm gonna shut up and let this sexy blonde goddess introduce herself. Go ahead, baby.
I'm Subgirl. Yeah. What do you?
No, say it right. Subgirl with the number.
Subgirl0831. Yep.
No doubt. And people, I've been chasing people because you've been making noise.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you, you've been making some serious noise in the industry. And now we're gonna go in the time machine. We're gonna go back. We're gonna actually go back before porn.
Okay.
Back right before you got married. What was the conversation starter for how y'all got into the swinging lifestyle?
So it kind of actually just kind of happened. So we were on vacation. We were at a bar. We were out having some drinks. My husband went off to the restroom, I think. And I was at the bar. I guess he came out and found me just like talking to this guy and kind of like saw how flirty I was like at the bar, you know, after a few drinks, which I generally am. And he's kind of just let the interaction happen. And afterwards, like I went back to him after he got back from the restroom, and he's like, I want you to like get that guy to let you suck his dick on the beach while I watch from afar. And I was like, what? I'm like, you want me to do what? I was like, are you sure? Are we sure about this happened? So it was like, yeah. Yes.
I like the way that there was no apprehension from her. She was like, it wasn't no like, no. It was like, okay, you really want to do this for real?
Yeah. So, it's been so many years. I don't remember like how it actually happened, but we did end up at the beach. I was under a lifeguard chair sucking this guy's dick, and my husband was down on the beach watching from afar. And so that's kind of how it initially happened. And then like we had a conversation afterwards, like, so initially I was like, oh yeah, like, because my husband had experience doing this with other women, which I didn't know until now, or like that moment, you know, like after the fact. And he just never really knew how to bring it up to me. But so when he saw the, I guess, like tendencies, he just kind of saw like how let it play out. So at first I was kind of like, I don't know, like I'm okay with like sucking guys' dick. I don't know about like, you know, fucking guys or whatever. So then, you know, next thing we know, we're on like some sites, and we actually had a guy come up and visit us. And, you know, I end up fucking him in front of him. And so then, you know, it just gradually progressed to what it is now, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And See, that's why I wish I lived somewhere else because I don't never run into any, couples or hot wives or anything like that. North Carolina sucks. But it's interesting because part of being a swinging lifestyle is learning to have the conversations and being open to each other and really honest with each other.
Yes, absolutely.
How shocked was you when he came? How shocked were you, one, that he had done this with other females, and two, that he was into this?
I was pretty shocked because, like, I mean, honestly, like, the way I was raised was like, okay, like, you're with one guy, monogamy, this, that, and the other, like, I was raised very Christian, if per se. So I was a bit like, whoa. But once we started, like, experimenting, doing more things, we realized, like, this was, like, the best thing for a relationship because, like, there's no, like, it just made us more open, more, like, closer together. Like, we could just talk, we can talk about anything, like a girl walks by my husband's like, damn, she's got a fat ass. And I'd be like, yeah, she does. She's got a fat ass. Like, like, don't be, like, not jealous or mad about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, you got your own fat ass. You just keep it 100. She got a nice, very nice ass. Smokers. Yes. I'm like, damn. I'm like, shit. Told you, boy, I wish I was active, goddamn. But so now, when did it progress to y'all deciding to film your encounters?
So, like, it kind of became a thing. Like, he didn't necessarily want to be there, so it turned him on for me to go meet a guy and make a video for him, and then he'd watch it, like, when I returned from my escapade, like, together, and then we'd have sex afterwards. So that's kind of how it all, yeah. And so I used to, like,
and we call that reclaiming.
Yes, reclaiming, exactly. So yeah, I would go out to the bars, and I found a lot of guys that way, and that's how I got in a lot of, like, I used to go up to a lot of guys in, like, a group of friends and be like, hey, I want you guys to fuck me and let me take a video of it for my husband. Like, would you be down for that? And that pretty much worked 100% of the time. There'd be the initial shock.
You said a group of guys?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so,
but like you said, it was initial shock, and then they were like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, because, most of the guys who are going out, I'm like, dude, like, you guys are here to get pussy, so, like, here I am, type situation. They'd be like, yeah, she's right, like, let's just go, we'll do it. So.
Oh God. Shoot. Now, if a female come up to me and say, I would like to fuck you, I'd be like, where? At the bathroom? What? We going to the car, we going to the hotel, what? When, where, and let's go.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no shock for me because I'll be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So you were doing this, but you wasn't putting it out for profit. It was just for y'all personal, pleasure.
Yeah, personal use or whatever. But I don't know if you've heard of Fetlife before.
Yeah, I'm on Fetlife. I know.
You're on Fet. Okay. Yeah. So my husband went and put some of our full-length videos on Fetlife, like, stupidly, not thinking that obviously they get ripped off Fetlife and put all over the internet or whatever. So that happened, and my husband found them, like, on the porn sites, and saw they had, like, millions and millions of views. We kind of freaked out because we weren't ready for that. And so, like, we literally took down all the videos. Obviously, they're still out there. And we went, like, ghost for a little bit because we were not ready for that exposure. But that was another reason why we kind of started content, because he saw all the views that we were getting on those videos. And then at one
Mm-hmm.
time they're like, well, why don't we just try this?
Mm-hmm. So seriously, how long you been doing it on a serious side?
On a serious note, well, I'd say
Mm-hmm.
we got really serious with content once we quit our jobs like 2 years ago, like our 9 to 5s. And now we've been doing it full
Mm-hmm.
time for just over 2 years now, 2.5 years, I guess. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. See, that lets you know he got good people. They said, "Fuck the jobs."
Yes. Yeah, it was scary, but
I hope he
we did
get there again one day.
it.
So, so when it goes to okay, we were going to take it serious or what have you. How did
Yeah.
you go about finding your male talent and advancing into the business?
So during COVID, obviously we couldn't really travel, do much. So pretty much after COVID was when we well, I guess in 2021 is when we met our first actual content creator, actually traveled for content. That's when we first met
Mm-hmm.
people and that were, doing the OnlyFans. Um
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sorry, what'd you ask again? Sorry.
No, it was like, how did you find like the talent you work with? You know what I'm saying? At
Okay.
first.
So, we find a lot of people to work with basically through networking on Twitter, really. Um, that's where I get a lot of my collabs is through Twitter, and now I go to a lot of the conventions and stuff like that. So just networking with people at those events as well, but mainly talking to a lot of people through Twitter.
Mm. So when it comes to talent, because you've been in business 2 years so far,
Mhm.
have you upgraded your talent? And what I mean by that is that as you became more diverse in the industry, more experienced in
Yeah.
front of that camera, do you take that into account with the talent that you work with now?
I mean, I do, but I don't shoot people down who may have a lesser following than me. Don't
Mm-hmm.
base my collabs off that. If say a girl
Mm-hmm.
has or a girl or a guy I mean, if their content fits my brand, then I'm going to give that person a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just going to write you off because you're not at the same level as me, because I believe that, we're all here to help everybody learn and grow together. And that's how I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you can be the most successful. So, um yeah.
Yeah. So now my question is this, because see, once again, I did my research. One of your posts, you said you recently did your first mainstream video.
I
And you was
did.
alerting your fans that your style of porn will not change because you did mainstream. So my question is this: what is the brand of Subgirl?
Um, well, Subgirl is for everyone and anyone to use. So, I still do my regular guy gangbangs. I want to be diverse with everything. I'm not gonna strictly be mainstream. I'm not gonna strictly just be content creators, and I'm not gonna shut out
Mm,
regular guys from having a chance to shoot content with me either. As long as everybody tests to the industry standard
mm,
and it's safe, then I'm open to doing that.
mm,
So I'm not gonna shut off any one way, because that's my content.
mm, mm. So, so it's safe to say that you kind of understand that you technically the star.
But
You understand that you are the star. That it doesn't matter about the Dixman so much. You
yeah,
know, it's about you. You get what I'm coming from?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's like a lot of times girls shoot with established talent to build their cachet. With
yeah.
you, it kind of your cachet was built by just, like I said, how can I put it this way, organically based off
Yes.
of life experience. You took real life
Yes.
experience, you just
Yes.
put it on camera.
Yes, exactly. You got it nailed on the head.
So shoot, so it like put it this way, when you mentioned about the mainstream, where is that something that you worried that you don't want to be too mainstream with your content? Because, like I said, it's one thing to film it mainstreamish, meaning that it's the look, but it's still the
Right.
same vibe that you got versus mainstream. So for you, when you posted that,
Hmm.
what do you think when it comes to mainstream type filming that is different from how you do it?
So I posted that because I know a lot of my fans, like I was worried how um people would take it. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, you're going mainstream. What are you doing? This, that, and the other." Like but I'm like, "No, I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
mainstream." But to explain to my fans that um if I was given an amazing opportunity and I'm gonna take those opportunities as
Mm-hmm.
long as they like are on par with like my brand. Like I'm gonna be very picky about what mainstream shoots I do. I'm not just gonna do one to do one. So like what I did
Mm-hmm.
was um it was it was on par with Subgirl. So that makes sense.
Okay, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes girls pick the pay gig, as I like to call them, based off the pay, not off the brand.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So for you, how important for you everything that you do stay on brand, on the Subgirl brand?
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to me. We just like I say we because my husband and I are a team through this, but we just want to stay very humble and stay true to ourselves, or myself, but like
Mm-hmm.
in that aspect, I don't want to get lost in like mainstream world, I guess. I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy doing my own content. I prefer doing my own content over a mainstream shoot, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the
Of
opportunity that I'm
course.
given. But yeah.
Of
I don't
course.
want to do
Because
that. I
like
don't
I explained to
want to do a
people,
mainstream set all the time. That's not my
yeah.
jam. But
Because see, when people like I explained to people, with content trade, we have a choice of who we shoot with. With mainstream, sometimes you don't. A lot of times you don't have a choice. So for
exactly.
you, how much of an adjustment was it to shoot mainstream versus shooting your own content?
Well, okay. So even when I do a gangbang, literally like that's like I guess take for instance the gangbang LaBella and I just did. Like we
Mm,
had that done within like 2 hours, like with paperwork,
mm,
the actual scene, like pretty much like 2 hours that was done.
mm,
I went and did the mainstream shoot. I had
mm.
to be there at 4:30 and I didn't leave till 11:30 at night. And it was an anal scene, so I couldn't eat all day until 11:30 at night. So I was definitely ready for some food by the time that was over. But
I'm
it's
pretty sure
very
you
fun
were
if you guys ever.
starving.
Yeah, so you gotta go. Yeah, I was starving. You go in for makeup at 4:30, and then they do photos, and there's like it was black raw, so it wasn't like I can't imagine doing a full black scene because they said those are like 12 hours long for one scene, and this was like half that
Yeah.
or less than that or about that. So
Mhm.
um yeah. I prefer doing
Yeah,
my
because
own content.
Black actually do a storyline. I think Black
Yeah,
Raw, y'all
so
just
yeah,
fuck.
Black Raw. Yeah, so like there was still like a little story. Like it was cool because he kind of played into like my brand. It was like my husband texted me, wanted me to
Mm,
like find like a few guys for to fuck me and like make a video for
mm,
him in the hotel room. So like I literally just like walked up to the guys, gave them the room number and the time to come to the room. So that part was very easy.
mm.
So I was glad for that because uh don't think they want me acting out here.
So now, gangbang is a part of the brand,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my question is, we about to go back a little bit. How
Yeah.
did the first gangbang that Subgirl did come about?
So my husband and I started going to swing parties, and we became friends with the guys who threw the parties. And I asked, this was even before video, like we didn't video any of this, but I wanted a gangbang set up just for me. And so he set one up, and there was 32 guys there. And yeah, that was like one of my like true by myself first like gangbangs.
Wow.
So I still have
So
yet to break that like on camera. So like I got to do that on camera.
so for gangbangs, see, the smokers know what I'm about to ask. What gets you off, especially with that first one? Because like I said, this your first time doing a gangbang. You feel me?
Yeah.
And trust me, it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of energy exchange,
Yeah.
mental shit, all that stuff. So for you, you know what I'm saying? What gets you off? What and how turned on do you be when you do these gangbangs?
So for me, I just love there's so much going on. You don't even know who's behind you. Like you got dicks in your face. I love and all the different energies that people give. Like it's so freaking exciting. It just like I fucking love that shit. I tell a lot of people, I'm like, unless the guy is like, most of the times, like I don't really like doing a one-on-one with a guy unless I know like he's like pretty hardcore, or it's just kind of boring to me, honestly. I'd rather prefer more guys, I guess.
You know, so she just spoke to my heart. Cause see, this is the other reason why I would like to shot with her. See, her name is Subgirl. I'm a dom. So you know the scenes I could have done with her. Oh my god, bondage. Oh, we would have ran the gamut. Me, and you work together. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, BDSM is on the table,
Okay.
especially period. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the imagery of those type scenes and stuff like that. Like I did a slut training video. That shit was fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah, I had she the one made a suggestion that she put on like a stocking over her head.
Okay.
And I face fucking through the stocking, and I broke the stocking with my dick.
Oh my god.
And we just kept going. That shit was hot though. So, but it's interesting because how many. So for you, it's kind of like, how can I put this? For you, you're more on the alt side of things, per se. Because you're more into the BDSM, the gangbangs and stuff like that. So for you, what type of BDSM can we expect from Subgirl when it comes to those type scenes?
So I've actually only done like one true BDSM scene before. It was definitely very hardcore. I've never done anything like that ever before. I think I would definitely do it again. It's just finding those people to do it with.
Oh, I feel that. No, I ain't gonna lie. I can see your ass on that site I used to love watching Sexually Broken, and she'll be happy. Take it loose on that motherfucker. So,
yeah.
But so for you, like I said, when it comes to, because let's go back to the rough sex. For you, what is it about rough sex that opens the inner freak? Because I always say that as a male talent, our job is to tap into your inner freak, figure out what it is to get the most out of you. So what is it about the rough sex? Period. I've been with a lot of females. I'm like, no, choke me, pull my hair, rough me up. I'm like, yes.
Yes. Gosh, I don't know. I just love it. I love being choked. Love the hair pulling.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it nasty, like spitting. I don't know. Just getting nasty, you know, like it's like when else can you do that?
That's the beauty of our business.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you have done DP.
Yeah.
Have you done double anal?
I have not done double anal yet. It's on the list.
Oh my god! And what about double pussy?
Oh, I've done that.
Two
Yeah.
in the pussy. Oh my
Yep.
god! And how strong are the orgasms from these acts?
To be honest, it takes a lot for me to get there. Most of the time, the guys are definitely getting off more than I am, for sure.
So is that just something is that just naturally you that it takes a lot for you to get off?
That's just me, yeah.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to your filming, how often do you film for your content to keep up with updates and stuff?
When we like, I don't know, I have so much content. Like I'm sitting on so much content right now. Especially when I'm traveling, like I make a lot of scenes. Like we were in the UK for a month over the summer, and we made like I did like 20 scenes while I was over there. And I only like on my page, like I only release a new video like once a week on my page. So like I have a lot. And then like, but when I'm traveling, I make a lot of content. Then like when I'm home, it's kind of more or less like a little bit downtime, really. But yeah, I have a very big backlog of videos for sure, though.
So now also, when people realize that, yeah, we are having sex, but the film, when it comes to sex and filming, it's different,
Yes.
period. Because we have to pay attention to angles and stuff like that. So for you, when did you started to learn how to work the camera? And you just won't just fuck it.
Yeah, I'd say like more or less like in the past like couple years, and honestly that's still always like kind of a work in progress for me too. So you know, like watching your facial expressions, you know, like kind of like because my husband's always like, oh, you can read everything on your face, like what are you doing sometimes, like so I had to like learn to like especially like in like gangbangs, you know, like you'll get guys that are just like behind you and they're not even hard, and it's like, dude, like what are you doing? And it's like it's hard not to like make a face like what's going on back there. You know what I mean? Like without being like mean about it. So I've kind of learned to put the face on sometimes, you know.
No, because see, I'm asking you, do you used to watch porn when you was younger?
Honestly, like I didn't really watch a lot of porn. No.
Okay.
I watched like until I
because
really
you
started
remind me
getting
of
into
Jenna
this.
Jameson.
Who's it?
You remind me of Jenna Jameson, the
Oh,
great.
okay.
Even to the faces, like one of the scenes I was watching, like she was getting railed, people, and it was doggy style. And you can just see in her face, she was loving every bit of it. And Jenna Jameson was like that. Like you could see the enjoyment in her face,
right,
and all that and everything. So when it comes to, like I said, with the scenes, especially being on camera and even being a swinger, people don't realize how freeing it is to be that we can be sexually ourselves. We can be sexually free. We can be open to a lot of stuff, period. For you, how much did porn help you become confident in your sexuality?
It
And
helped me a lot
swinging.
for sure. What's that?
And swinging. But go ahead.
Oh, it helped me a lot, I would say. I'd say a lot like before I started getting into this, I would be a little bit more reserved, I guess. It kind of like helped me like come out of my shell
Mm-hmm.
really. Um
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like even now like I don't know, I'm just kind of when I go to like conventions and stuff, like I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
floored by like the amount of people that, come by, want to meet me and everything like that. And it's just like I forget like sometimes like how far I've come, time because to me I still feel like a
Yeah.
normal person, so it's like that part sometimes is overwhelming, I guess.
See, now, the thing about it is that um sometimes you can't see the picture because you in the frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I can sit here and tell you. Now I'm pretty sure when y'all post the videos on Fetlife, y'all did not think that you would garner that much attention. Period.
No.
Now, one, because how taken back were you that even that early, which was an indicator of what was to come, that you was that well liked. You feel what I'm saying? Because also to
Yeah.
the caveat, you wasn't a spring chicken neither. You was a
Right.
little,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, up in age.
Yeah.
So how much has it kind of shocked you that one, you can be your age is not a
Mhm.
detriment to you in this business, and two,
Right.
how quickly your popularity has grown.
Yeah, I think so. This is what we think happened was that, those videos got put all over the internet. And once we finally did make an OnlyFans page, they were like, "Oh, that's that girl," and they put the name to the face, and that's kind of how we initially blew up in the first place because people were looking for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I see, male talent. I'm just gonna tell you again. When you put a girl up there, they're going to look for her. They don't give a shit about us after that. Just to let you know. And so now, of course, y'all was swinging, y'all was filming your stuff.
Mhm.
Now you got serious. How has the swinging on a personal level changed? Because people don't realize how much of a sacrifice we have to make in our personal sex lives,
Yeah.
personal lives, to chase this business. So I want you, speak to it.
So I mean, honestly, like there's not much swinging really going on these days, to be honest, because it's just like with the testing and like we have to like just be very careful. So like a lot of times, like what my husband and I will go to like swinger events just to be around the people, because like like they're just like minded people
Mm-hmm.
like us. I won't necessarily play with people. And a lot of times people will get
Mm-hmm.
mad about that, like, because they expect me to just hop on the bed and be fucked by a bunch of dudes or whatever. But I just, like, I can't, now it's like I can't go to these events and be like, oh, Subgirl was at, this event and fucking all these guys that are untested. Like, like I can't, you can't do that. So, like, we have to be very careful. Like, obviously we have swinger friends. So, like, like we do stuff like with other swinger couples and stuff that like we trust, but like as far as going to like clubs or like events, like I don't
Mm-hmm.
really, you won't really see me playing hardly at all anymore. So unless I know like I don't have any content
Oh,
planned for like for a while and I can go and wild out, then I'll do that. Like,
mm-hmm.
but so yeah, that part kind of like it's like we kind of can't do it like we used to anymore.
So now also, as you smokers know, one thing I never got to film with was a female that was built like a fitness model. I find them extremely sexy. So for you, how much work do you put in when it comes to the gym, and how much does it help you when it comes to the filming, especially the physical taxing of the filming? Go ahead.
Yeah. So like in this past year, I've been really trying to work on my body and really get things right. I've lost like 25 pounds or so since like last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to
Mm-hmm.
like really get fit. I'm really trying to get myself in the best shape of my life because like you said, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm 34 years old. I'm in this industry, so I got to compete with these 20-year-olds. So really trying to get my body
They competing
really.
with you. Stop playing. They competing with you. They call it 20-year-olds MILFs now. Come on now.
They really are though. So it definitely helps for sure though. Stamina, like I feel great. Yeah, it helps for sure.
Yeah, because especially for the position, because it was funny, right? I always talk about this. A girl got to have skills to even pull this off. Squat ride while
Yeah.
sucking dick and jacking two dicks. She was
Oh
doing
yeah.
this. I was like, I know your knees was spent after that.
Yeah.
I know you ever look back and be like, damn, I really was on it that night.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my
I'm still
goodness.
working on these damn riding skills too, so it's hard.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they want to see that big booty rider dick. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, because I was like, oh my goodness, that ass is just fat out this motherfucker. I ain't even gonna front. Shit, don't worry, premium smokers. We gonna get on the premium smokers so she can show it off. So, but now because y'all both full time doing this, right?
Yeah.
Um, how do y'all balance? Because sometimes when we chasing this,
Yeah.
personal might suffer a little bit. So how do y'all balance it? Because like I said, to keep, the marriage, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
let's keep going. When you marry somebody, you have to spend some quality time.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So
But go ahead.
well, and it's like now like we're together a lot of the time now because now, we work side by side with each other. So like we've kind of
Mm-hmm.
tried to. So in the beginning, my husband, like I didn't realize how much he was doing while he was working, like, because he would handle a lot of it. Because like when I was working, I just couldn't really handle it. Like I'd only handle like making the videos, and then like he would do the posting, the editing,
Mm-hmm.
everything. Like I didn't realize how much was on him until like we both like quit, and he was able to take the time to teach me how to do everything. So because to have a successful
Mm-hmm.
business, we both need to know how to do everything. When one person is down,
Yeah.
the other person needs to be able to operate and do everything. So
Mm-hmm.
we so now we kind of like we've split up duties, and we both have our own jobs to help everything flow, so we're not both like, fuck, I'm so stressed, like,
Mm-hmm.
because people don't understand how actually like hard it is to to do this. Like
Yes.
it's easy, you throw a video up there and oh yeah, you're gonna make all this money. No, like you have to stay consistent, you have to put out good content, you have to put out the social media is crazy. Like there's so much that you have to do to stay relevant, to be successful. And so the hardest part for us is putting our phones down, like taking the time to just put because like it's like work is just right at our fingertips. Like we could work all day
Yeah.
long on our phones. It's just like, so it's really just sometimes just putting it down and putting away. Like we were just on a cruise together, and what's nice being on the cruise is Wi-Fi shit anyway, so you really can't do much. So, we were able to put the phones down and just, be with each other and have fun. So that was nice. And this past week for Thanksgiving, we've actually been I'm still here. I'm in a cabin in Tennessee with family. So we've just kind of, not done.
Yeah.
We've taken the time to just take a break because you know what? At a regular 9 to 5, you get vacation time. So, we feel, we're
Yeah.
entitled to that too. So,
Oh,
but it's hard to find
oh no,
that
trust me.
balance.
I know the grind.
Yeah.
Because I know the grind. 15 years as a talent slash producer, and don't think that it stopped because I'm a podcaster. Because the same editing and
Yeah.
marketing and social media had to do with porn, had to do with this.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
still got to market my porn.
Yeah.
So I just added more work. And then come to find out monetized on YouTube, more work.
Yeah. There's always something.
It never lied. But see, that's the thing is we had to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because when you run a business, you're gonna always be somewhat uncomfortable because you're always moving, you're always trying to think of ways to advance your business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So with that being said, other than the content, what else is a part of the brand and other ways that you generate money now that you're a full-time porn star? Or if you want to say sex worker, whichever you want to call it, go ahead.
Right. So other than the porn, is that what you're saying? What else do we have going on?
Yeah, other than like the
Oh,
content, because ladies can't just depend on content anymore.
no.
That was
And
back in my
that's
day. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, that's like right now, like we're trying to figure out, kind of what's next for me. I think I want to get back into Twitch streaming. I was Twitch streaming, so we're probably gonna start that up in the new year. I'm gonna start doing that more. Because obviously porn is not forever. So those are our kind of next steps to get on the more safe for work platforms going forward too.
Yeah, cause I be seeing you with the Buffalo Bills jersey.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
but see that's also part of the that's part of the marketing. And see that what girls don't understand too is the value of pictures, the
Yes.
value of doing photo shoots. You
Yes.
know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And everything. And it seems like you're a lady that makes it a point to do so. So please explain the value of photo shoots and having photos as well as the video.
Yeah, I mean, you need photos. Like, I'm trying to, grow my Instagram, and like having those photography photos, like they do so well. They reach so much more than just like taking pictures yourself, I guess. um, but yeah, I use them for everything. Social. Yeah. But yeah, they're important on, your social medias, obviously for, my OnlyFans and my other platforms that I post on. Like, it's just, pictures are very important.
So now, how surprised? Because, like I said, how surprised were you how many swingers have turned into content creators and porn stars, and how many married couples are in the business?
Um, it's not so surprising to me now because it's kind of like you said, that natural progression for a lot of people, I guess. Especially once OnlyFans became a thing, it became even more of a thing, I guess.
Oh yeah, shoot, man. Because um, the last thing is though, when it comes to, like I said, being in the swinging lifestyle, right?
Mhm.
What's the one thing that when you see it on social media, you hear it in the news and all that? What's the one thing they get wrong about the swinging lifestyle?
Um, um, I think they just like they think that we're like all like bad people or something like that. You know what I mean? Like we're just like wrong
Mm-hmm.
for doing it. You know, like we're just terrible human beings for like doing it. And it's like in the swing lifestyle, I've met the most genuine, fucking amazing people I've ever met in my entire life that would give the shirt right off your back. Like you have a problem. Most people like have that up somebody to help you to fix that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've met the most genuine people in the swing lifestyle, and then, like I think people they just don't understand.
No, they don't. They don't. So,
Yeah.
yes, people, I done held this lady up here for an hour, and let me just say this: this has been one of the best hours I done had
Uh-uh.
this year. So now I can check off another one off of my bucket list because I've been chasing. She's the unicorn that I could not catch through the forest. I finally caught it. And
Yeah.
two is, and with that being said, we ain't touched the surface. There's a lot
Yeah.
we ain't discussed. So I got to ask this sexy lady the $1,000,000 question. Subgirl0831, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Yes.
See, there you go, people. She'll be back here on the Smokers Lounge. And as you can see with the beautiful tats, that beautiful cleavage. Oh my God. I can't keep my eyes off of it. It's a great distraction. It's just a small preview because, yeah, I'm going to talk to her, fellas. I'm going to talk to her premium smokers. We're going to get her to come to loyal fans, to the premium smoke room, people. I'm talking about I keep saying it wrong. 6 premium podcasts plus special events known as VIP smoke rooms. And I even go live on X once or twice a month from the VIP smoke room. Keep watching that. You know what happens in the premium smoke room. The conversation gets more saucier and it gets more candid, more provocative, more unpredictable,
Ooh.
more crazier, more wilder. The tits come out, dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe. You'd be surprised what happened. And trust me, I done seen some shit. You feel me? And if you're looking for Triple X, I got you covered. Over in the video store, you can go over and see my work as I gave ladies the work because big dicks grow in the stick. That's why they call me Big Country. And for my people over in Spotify, I have a subscription side over there as well. Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents. And I got some big names over there, people. We give you that real smoke about the industry with no chaser from a male's perspective, plus over 400 episodes of limited podcast series I did in the past. Premium Smoke podcast episodes is now on Loyal Fans. Chronicles of the Spit Queen that is now on Loyal Fans, as well as Dirty Talk with Big Jordan is not on Loyal Fans. And special stuff that I'll be doing over at Spotify as well. And I'm now monetized on YouTube, so I got to give a fuck about YouTube. So please, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. It is free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be dropping a members section over on YouTube as well. So keep watch on that. So, Subgirl, can you tell everybody where they can spend that hard-earned money of theirs on your sexy ass?
So I'm on OnlyFans, Subgirl0831, ManyVids, Subgirl0831, Fansly, Subgirl0831, Loyal Fans, Subgirl0831 there. Yep, and then if you want, I have a free page on my OnlyFans, so if you want to just see some things, you're not sure about the VIP page, you can check it out there. You obviously can follow me on Twitter. I can't call it X. I just can't get with it. It's Subgirl0831 on there. And there's a lot of fake accounts. So make sure it's the right one. Yes. So if you don't know me,
so
go follow me.
Yeah, go follow her. So, smokers, what did you smoke over today? What did you learn? Well, that's why I'm here to let you know what you learned. You feel me? Just because a man is a swinger, just because he allows his woman to play with others, does not make him a weak man. See, I hate the red pill sector because y'all want to make it seem like a man that is in the swinging lifestyle, that his woman has a gangbang, that he is weak. Mm-hmm. No, he's actually more secure in his relationship than any of you fuckers are. See, if you look at the statistics, swingers get divorced less than traditional marriages. You want to know why? Because they know how to communicate, they know how to talk, they know how to handle adversity. They have a certain level of mental and relationship maturity that some of you fuckers lack. You feel me?
Yeah, I do.
So at the end of the day, for you religious buffs, see, last I checked, the only thing they say, you're not supposed to shack before you get married, you're not supposed to have sex before you get married. So when you get married, you're supposed to have all that. So if a married couple decide to be a swingers, ain't that under the guidelines of what God was talking about? I would think so.
I think so.
Because see, the one thing that swinging teaches us that religion don't, sexual health. What I mean by that, sexual health. That means 1, you're sexually free. 2, that you're actually having sex. And 3, that sex is actually good and it feels good. It's not just to make babies. You feel me?
Yep.
That's the one thing that religion don't teach, but swinging does. Because they're happy. Mm-hmm. Ain't that what it counts? And that's all it's supposed to count. You feel me? Being happy. So with that being said, people, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Subgirl, say goodbye to the people.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
We out.